The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing first play is Herbert.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Give him 30 yards there. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Herbert going to change the play here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And now they'll shift things around. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Mayfield on play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that.
Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
From the 33, here's second down and 1.
They stay on the ground with White.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flush to his right.
And that one complete downfield to Allen.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 17 yards out.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now Baker going to change it up. In motion left, Godwin.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down at 7.
They'll roll him out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now in a 3rd down situation. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamal Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Running out of the gun with White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Play fake. Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
In motion left, Godwin.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Otton brings it in over the middle.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield looks to throw.
He finds Otton over the middle.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Godwin, the motion man.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. That is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, their defense getting the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. In the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, They're locked in and really focused.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
Mayfield to throw it. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, Mayfield. That's caught down the field by Palmer. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They run straight ahead here with White. About 3 yards there to the 27. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Opting to run again here with White. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side with White. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 18-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown. They did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right.
Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Buccaneers 17.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them...
Oh, wide open, complete. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike
Evans with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When the running game's not working sometimes, you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. First down, here's White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.